All right, so apparently Mike McDaniel is expected to interview with the Detroit Pistons, but apparently he has other suitors, that's interested in him. Um, fire coach, Dolphins coach, and here they go putting shit on the screen. Will interview with the Lions, but also has other suitors. Check out Detroit Lions talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Detroit Lions are still looking for their next offensive coordinator, and now respected offensive coach is officially in the mix. NFL Network's Tom Persilio reports that the former Dolphin coach Mike McDaniel will interview for the job. Detroit contacted the 42-year-old coach just hours after his exit from Miami, making him a top candidate for the start. McDaniels had a record of 35 and 33 and record in 4 seasons with the Dolphins, leading them to 2 winning seasons and 2 playoff appearances. Both they lost in the wild card round of Buffalo Bills in 2022 and then the Kansas City Chiefs in 2023. After losing 2 losing seasons with a record below 500, Dolphins owner Stephen Ross decided to make the change and fire McDaniels after meeting with him last week. McDaniels is known as one of the NFL top offensive minds. He's worked for years as an assistant under San Francisco 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan, serving as the run game coordinator from 2017 to 2022, and then offensive coordinator in 2021 before joining the Dolphins. McDaniels is also in demand for head coaching jobs. Persilio says he will interview for the Baltimore Ravens job, the Atlanta Falcons job, the Cleveland Browns job, and the Tennessee Titans this week for their openings at head coach. Now, hey, that just let you know that he's valued in other places, and you look at the teams. Baltimore pretty much got rid of John Harbaugh because of the offensive coordinator issues with Lamar Jackson. Clearly, Atlanta wants Michael Penix Jr. to catch up, or Kirk Cousins to catch up with that defense. With the defense, Cleveland Browns, maybe Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, another quarterback, and then you got the young guy and Cam Ward. Now the issue here is all these places more than likely he's still not going to be able to pick his own quarterback. That's what happened. Tua wasn't his guy. I don't think he was there when they drafted Tua. I think Brian Flores was there. So Tua wasn't his guy. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing you get to work with a known commodity like Lamar Jackson. I think it's a good thing you can work with some young talented quarterbacks, whether it's Deshaun Watson, whether it's Shedeur Sanders, whether it's Michael Penix Jr., whether it's Cam Ward. Will he get one of those jobs? I mean, at the end of the day, his issue was he was not stern enough as a head coach. He was just too, he wasn't respected as a power figure. He wasn't respected as a disciplinarian or a power figure in the organization. He was a player's coach. And the one thing about Detroit is Dan Campbell, the one thing you can say about him, he's a player's coach, but also he's also respected. He's also respected. And Mike McDaniel just need to learn how to be a disciplinarian, but also still be considered a player's coach. And Dan Campbell, he does that better than anybody in the National Football League. And I think he can learn that here. But at the end of the day, is it a good possibility he get one of these jobs? Absolutely. Kevin Stefanski, so for the most part, then you really just looking at other guys. Maybe Clint Kubiak get one of these jobs. Okay. So then you got to start doing your due diligence. You look at what San Francisco doing. You look at what, Seattle is doing. I mean, even you look at what Dallas did last year. I like what they did with running the football and opening things up for Dak Prescott. I like that. Now, will you get him? More than likely not. He's probably going to get another opportunity. He's a very likable guy. The other thing about it is they wasn't even going to fire him, and then they changed their mind. So more than likely, he's probably not going to be available. Kevin Stefanski may or may not be available. So yeah, I mean, John Harbaugh might be in the mix, but the Lions fired John Morton, offensive coordinator, last week and began looking for a replacement quickly. Before contacting McDaniels, they considered former Lions quarterback and Washington Commanders assistant quarterback David Blah, but a few days after the Lions showed interest, the Commanders promoted Blah to offensive coordinator. So the Lions helped Blah get paid. This week, the Lions also met with Ravens quarterback coach T. Martin, and he was the Tennessee Titans national championship winning quarterback. That's he won the championship with the same team Peyton Manning couldn't win it with. Seattle Seahawks passing game coordinator Jake Peets about the open position. So my thing is this: I don't know much about them, but I do know like what Clint Kubiak's doing up there in Seattle. What he's done. Kubiak is part of the Shanahan tree, just as Mike McDaniel's is. If the Lions hire McDaniels, which I don't think he's gonna be available, it would be great move because of the creativity and what he can do with players like Jared Goff, Jameer Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta. Under McDaniels, Dolphins quarterback, 2 and wide receiver Tyreek Hill had some best career, but that's not the end all be all. The end all be all is the fact that they need to run the football. So I keep telling y'all, anything else is just subpar. They need to run the football. All this passing, that's been their issue. A key question is whether that Dan Campbell, Mike and Dan could share some reviews on player development, building a relationship, which Lions coaches have suggested they do. I think it's more important. I think it's more important to be who you are. That's probably the best way to say it because players see through BS. Campbell said at the time, they know when you're full of it and they sniff that out in a heartbeat. I think it's important to be who you are, to be honest with them, whether they like it or not. They appreciate it. I know that Coach McDaniel does that over there, and he doesn't. They push over him. And that's something he can learn here, but he won't be an offensive coordinator. He will get another head coaching job. And I think hopefully will be more of a disciplinarian. As far as other candidates like Stefanski, Brian Dable, he can be an offensive coordinator, but I don't think he'd get a job right away. They're going to have to go get a guy. They got to get a guy. I like T. Martin, though. I liked him as a player. Working his way through. I always want to see brothers get an opportunity, but they need somebody that understands the importance of the run game. So Washington needs the same thing. Hopefully blocks that for them. But if you ain't running the ball, Daniel's going to get hurt. Just like Tua. Why Tua gets so fucked up? They ain't run the ball enough. They didn't run the ball enough. You got to protect these guys. Dak had a great year because they ran the ball. You have to run the ball. If you don't run the ball, you're going to be in trouble. In the dome, outdoors, Caleb Williams is succeeding because Ben Johnson said, hey, we need to run the ball. Jalen Hurts didn't succeed because they didn't run the ball. It's as simple as that. Wherever you go, you need to run the ball, especially with young quarterbacks, any type of quarterbacks. Even if your quarterback is mobile enough. Why do Joe Burrow keep getting hurt? They keep running the ball too much. They keep throwing the ball too much. The more you throw, the bigger opportunity you got to get your quarterback hurt. So check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop video. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.